What's up, YouTube? It's Kendall, and I'm doing a double header today because I was just up thinking, and I was scrolling through my camera roll, and I saw an old video of me working at the warehouse, and that kind of brought back a little bit of memories. But yeah, I mean, I can laugh about it now, but back then, ain't nothing was funny. Nothing was funny. If you don't know, like working at the warehouse, bro, it genuinely like changes you. Like it is the most NPC thing that you can ever do. Like it is, you are a freaking robot. You are standing there for 8 hours like a robot. And I mean, my company wasn't really that bad for real. Like Amazon, I know Amazon will turn you into an NPC. It, it's bad. I think modern like warehouse jobs are modern day slavery. But anyways, though, so I'm gonna be telling you guys about how I worked at a warehouse at 17 and how it changes my perspective on just about damn near everything. So most if you don't know, most people you have to work at a warehouse. You can only work at a warehouse when you're 18. I worked at mine when I was 17, and it's a weird story on how I even got there in the first place. Like I really wanted, yeah, 17-year-old me was needed some money before his senior year, so I really wanted a retail job like Walmart, Publix, uh, Target or something like that. Like I really wanted those type of jobs. I tried a couple fast food. Somehow I didn't even get hired at Whataburger. I don't know how. Still to this day they just like damn, like what type of retarded stuff was going on back. I don't know how I didn't get hired at Whataburger. But anyways though, so I applied with a city internship program. It was kind of it was something that the city did. Like it was a good program. It really was. For most people, not really for me on my side, but hey, it was a job. It was somewhere to start. Like that was like my first job type stuff. But I was also doing football back then, so I really couldn't negotiate much because I had a football schedule. So I could only do like 5 6 hours a day, which ain't nothing for real. But anyways though, so I get to the interview, they interview me, blah blah blah, all this. So basically, they're sending me to a warehouse job. I thought it was gonna be some job with the city. Like I thought it was gonna be something related to like mathematics because that's that I said I was interested in that type of stuff, like like mathematics work, technology and all that stuff. It just had nothing to do with technology. They sent me to a warehouse, and low key thinking back, now I can think back on it. That was really smart of the company to reach out to the city for that because it's really just cheap labor. You don't have to pay 17-year-olds as much as you got to pay a grown man. You feel me? So that's really smart on their end. But anyways, though, so I get to the warehouse and I am just I turn into an NPC, bro. Like for 5 6 hours a day, like it's it's something that like I'm not shitting on the people or nothing. Like I was around really good people actually, um, and those people wanted to see me successful, but I did not like that warehouse. Um, I really didn't. I couldn't stand being there. And if you don't, if you know, you know. If you ever worked at a warehouse, most of the people around you are old. Like they are like, I'm not well, not old, but they're significantly older than a 17, 18, 19, 20-year old. You'll have people that's in there that's been working for 25 years. And it's like, damn, like, this is something temporary for me. Like this is something that they doing to put the bills on the, to pay the bills. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But for me, I was like, man, I can't go back, bro. Like this is the most in like I'm talking about you are just a robot. And for like every now and then I'll do 8 hour days. So I'll be sitting there for eight, standing there like a robot for 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day, just thinking about ways that I don't, to prevent this from ever happening again. So I feel like warehouses can definitely make you or break you, bro. Like it's definitely it's definitely an experience for sure. I know other people that have worked at warehouses that it's also made them. So it's just something I can laugh. It's something I can laugh about now. But back then, I'm telling you, ain't nothing was funny, bro. Like when you working at the warehouse, bro, it'd be, if I was going there after football practice, so I would be freaking doing 15 110s in 3-digit heat, have to go shower and then go right to the hot ass warehouse. But I could definitely say it built some character development. So, and I was doing all this for 11 hours for $11 an hour. It was something. But it was somewhere to start. And I'm not gonna lie, like it just really put some fire behind you. Like even after I worked the warehouse job and once I graduated and all that stuff, like I went straight into a blue collar job, bro. And that made the warehouse job seem like a cakewalk. Like like when I hear people complaining about like working in the AC, like I would never complain about working in the AC. Like, dude, I will infinitely always take uh 8 hour 9 to 5 job rather than working 11 hours, 10 to 11 hours out in a hot blazing sun in the middle of freaking July. Any day. Any day, bro. I'd rather do that. Especially when it's some blue collar job that you can't stand. Um, if you know what house contracting is, that's blue collar shit. Um, I'd even go with the green collar. I even worked as a landscaper too. That also sucks. Well, it don't suck as bad as house contracting. I mean, if you like that stuff, I mean, you like it, but I couldn't stand it. But it's just stuff like that that really puts. I really think I think it should be mandatory for people to work some type of blue collar job at one point in their lifetime, especially before college or like after they graduate high school, just for at least like 6 months, or like maybe just like a no matter of fact, not even 6 months, right? Just make it 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. That will build you a lot of character development, gang. It really does, and it humbles you for sure. Like yeah, people wonder why I'm so humble. Um, Gang, I had my fair share of being humbled a lot. Since matter of fact, since I was a kid, my mom humbled me pretty bad. But yeah, that's just my story of how working at a warehouse is at 17. I gave you a little bit more than what the video is titled, but that's just my story of working at a warehouse at 17. Changed my perspective on life, bro. If let me know down in the comments if you can relate to this, bro. Like after you work that warehouse job, you just don't know. You just don't want to go back. You just don't want to go back. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, bro. I'm out.